think we're in the 140s. So this is Monday Night Live. It's been hot and cold a little bit. I'm a bit hot and cold tonight, but let's get into it. Righto, guys, we've got a big night tonight. I've got some new things. I haven't got the chat up. You think a bloke could be organised for this stuff, but clearly not. So, yes, let's get the chat going here. Let's get it going because I haven't logged in. So, I've forgotten, because it's been a week or two, I've forgotten what what I'm supposed to do here. I need retraining. So, welcome everyone. I see a heap of people here, both on the YouTube and on the Facebook. It's great to be here. We're going to do a bit of a gemstone night. We're going to catch up on what's happened at the lease. We're going to work out why I'm knackered and unshaven. But, yes, so lots of people here. Tanya and Todd and Rebecca. Chris and Maddie. I missed seeing you the other week, Maddie. I know you're in town. CQ Detectress are in the house. Lots and lots of people here. So we'll just get cracking. Now, tonight's prizes. So what we've done is obviously our gold pay dirt is very, very popular. So we've added the gemstone pay dirt. Now, I haven't perfected it until last week. Last week I've perfected it. We've changed it up a lot, and we're going to have a look at that. So one of the prizes tonight is a big bag of the pay dirt. Not this one, because we're going to actually pull this one apart. I don't even think I've sealed that one. But we're going to pull this apart and have a good look at it, right? And the other one, oh, it's in a green bag. I can't believe it's in a green bag. But it's in a green bag, right? We'll show you the bag off the... It's a good mystery thing, actually, because I don't really want to show you what it is yet, but it's a bag of pay dirt. Actually, we will get straight into it. So, will this work? So, Golden Spur Mining, right? Prehistoric fossil discovery bag. So, it's fossils. Mostly both of these bags, right, are really aimed at the kids and getting the kids interested. So I think this will be pretty cool. So I'm going to give away a fossil bag, and we're going to give away a gemstone bag, and you get to choose. So if the two people that win want 2 fossil bags, we'll get 2 fossil bags out. If they want 2 gemstone bags, we get 2 gemstone bags out. So dinosaur bones. We got dinosaur bones. So, who said that? Someone said that. Dinosaur bones. Haley. So, yeah, it's not quite a magic see-through bag. Look, I'll show you. It's actually a... look, we'll just go over here, right, to my green bucket. See, it's actually a green bag. So, hang on. I didn't push the button. Hang on a tick. Here we go. Green bag. So, yeah, so I thought that'd be heaps of fun for the kids. It was supposed to be out about, we're supposed to be out for Easter school holidays. So I'm a fraction behind. So, yes. So yes, Tam, they are brand new bags. So we have just finalised them, got them working. So we'll pull those apart first. So Steve's in the house, Tiger's in the house. So he was out in the weekend. We had a big training weekend, hence unshaven. I didn't come back till actually this morning. Yeah, big weekend. I think the average for the people that were out there was about 4 or 5 nuggets each. So some people just got 1, some people got 8, so it is a fantastic, was a big weekend. The weather was perfect. It was cold at night, so we had a great, we had a decent campfire. We had lots of nuggets being found. The days were just spectacular. So, yeah. So, Steve got 4 pieces. Yeah, great weekend was had by all. Righto, so what I'm going to do is we're going to pull these apart, okay? Now, bear in mind, these are aimed at the kids and the big kids, okay? So we're going to pull these apart. I don't know how long tonight's show's going to go because he's on fading fast. I was up at sort of 3:30 this morning, so I'm fading fast. So we'll see how we go here. So lots and lots of questions. If you keep me busy with questions, really good questions, right? That'll sort me out. So lots of questions about pricing. So let's just go over and have a look at my pricing. I need my spectacles. So fossils, right? Only 1 bag size, okay? Only 1 bag, $49.99, okay? So Gary's there. Benny Reed is here. So $49 for a fossil bag. But the gemstone bags, we used to do 5 bags of the gemstones, but we're doing 3. So $49.99, $29.99, and a $10 bag. So yeah. So yeah. So there's a $10 bag, a $30 bag, and then a $49 bag, $50 bag. So I'll answer questions. People are asking questions of whether I answer questions on the 6,000 and about training and all sorts of sort of stuff. So yeah, I'll answer any questions. So I'm going to scroll back through afterwards. But let's get into this gemstone bag. So the purpose of my gold bags, right? How I work the gold bags is I reckon my gold bags are the best in the country. Simply because I mine the gold, right? And so I don't have to buy the gold. Of course I mine it, but I don't have to buy the gold. So you get a bit. The idea is, and I've bought virtually every bag in the country, right? And I've tested them, right? And we make sure there's more gold in it than anyone else's, right? So same with gemstones, right? So our gemstone bags, we try to put more in it, and you will see what's in this bag. We try and put more in it than anyone else in the country, and there is nothing to compare the fossil bag to. So, yes. So, we'll get straight into the fossil one. I'm not going to wet the fossil one. We're just going to sort through the fossil one. There is a job that I meant to do today, and I actually need to write out what each fossil is and a bit of history on the bags, but I didn't get quite a chance to do that. So every bag is going to come with a little sheet of paper in it, a little bag to put your gemstone in it. I'll put the fossils in, and in that little bag will be a little piece of paper that will explain what fossil's in it. So righto, so we're going to go over and we're going to do these fossils. We're going to go back to the bucket. I hope you can hear me properly because I can't see the screen. I won't be able to see the screen until I get back over here, but I'll bring stuff over here and we can go from there. Righto, let's go. So here we go, fossil bags, right? I hope that's not too shiny, but it won't be in a minute. Now, we're not going to wet this, so I'll just throw a pan in there. So basically, let me open this bag. So basically, we'll tip this out, right? And it's basically a sand base, okay? So we've got a sand base here. I'm just going to go through it because I sort of got an idea. So these, see here, we've got a little trilobite, a polished, not trilobite, God, I've spent too much time in the, not enough time in the cot. not enough time on the cot, really, to be honest with you. So ammonite, polished ammonite. Then we've got fossilized shells in here, right? So this is we might rinse this. This is a little starfish fossil, all fossils. Right, let me give them a rinse so they shine up a little bit, wash the sand out of them. Then, somewhere in here we go. We've got fossilized shark teeth, right? On these things, I struggle to pronounce this. Ophoceros, I think, Ophoceros. It's polished as well. It's a multi-segmented little wormy jobby there. And, right, here we go. Another shark tooth, and I think there's other. Oh, then in here, if I can find a bit here, you have to watch this really, really closely. This is natural amber, so there's a whole stack of natural amber chunks in here. A whole stack of natural amber chunks in here. That's a bit of quartz or something. But there's a whole stack of natural amber in here. Now, amber's very light. It's very hard to actually get it out, so you actually have to sort through it. But you do have to watch this amber because some of it does have, I've spotted in one or two pieces. There's be half a dozen pieces. But I've spotted in this little inclusions that I haven't actually had a look under the microscope with. But that's sort of a good indication of what's in these bags. Let me switch over to the other camera. All right, okay, let me get this transition to question. I can get some questions here. So there's the little one I can't pronounce. Let me see if I can get that in focus. Really, really cool fossil in stone. Shark tooths are wicked, right? Couple of different types of shark tooth. These are a starfish. They call them a starfish fossil, but I need to get the exact name of them because they're I think they're more like a sand dollar fossil, but yes. So I need to get the exact name and look them up. Of course, the old fossilized shells. Now these are actual fossilized shells. And of course the ammonite, and that's a cool shark tooth. Like all these shark teeth vary, so we'll get the exact species of that shark. We'll get on the little card. We'll get the exact species of that shark, so you've got an idea. And then of course there's the amber in there. So the amber is cool. It's the coolest part. So fossils are not from the lease. So no, the fossils aren't from the lease. So we buy them. There's a phosphate mine in WA that we get some from. Some of them come from overseas. Like I don't think these are found in Australia. I think they're imported one. But most of the fossils we get from a phosphate mine in WA. So yeah. So and that amber can contain all sorts of insects. There's someone talking about mosquitoes there. Yeah, so yeah, it's a really, really, cool little thing that we thought, it'll be a bit of fun. So they're $49. There's probably a little bit more stuff in there. I think there might be some other shells and stuff in there. Yeah, so yeah. So there's a couple of questions there. They're very, very interesting, and the bags do vary. So like particularly the shells vary dramatically. There's some big giant bivalve shells, then there's small shells, there's all sorts of stuff there sort of thing. So the bags will vary a little bit sort of thing. So Caleb, that amber could contain COVID. Well, maybe. I don't think so. So yes, but really, really cool for the kids. So if you're looking for something for the kids, I think it'll be sweet. But there's some cool shark teeth and there's some interesting stuff in there, and we'll have a little blurb about it all. So yes, so yeah. So let's see if we've got any more questions there. I actually like the logo. It's actually Nat. I've got to take my hat off to Nat on this one, but the logo is actually. Let me see if I can get it. It's actually, well, it's a green dinosaur, so you can't really see it, but it's a dinosaur, right, with the excavator logo in it. So see how that's Golden Sperm Mining has that excavator, right? So yeah, the old T-Rex has got the excavator in his mouth, so I thought that was pretty cool. So yes, so yeah, so they should be all live on the website now. Righto. Right, the oldest fossil's wearing the Gold Digger shirt. Absolutely, I look like an old fossil tonight. I feel like an old fossil tonight. No, I'm not low. Everyone's worried about me when I'm a bit flat. I've just been working myself to the bone. So it's yes. I'm actually contemplating not going out to the lease this week because that's where I work myself to the bone. So I just need a bit of a spell, and we'll be sweet. I need a good night's sleep, to be honest with you, sort of thing. So yes. Right. So let me see if I can get some more ideas here. Right. So. Gold, the potato, good. Yeah, got 3 large bags for 7 grams of chunky with my nugget going. Yeah, Steve. See, yeah, when you got to pay $70 to buy gold, a gram, you're never going to get good pay dirt, sort of thing. You might get the odd bag, that's good, but if people are buying gold, that's the trick. So, okay, Dale's got a good question here. He even claims it as a good question on the Facebook. Why do some people tape their coil leg in a straight line on the bottom of their detector shaft? So the straight line thing means that the coil and the coil and the cable can pivot together, right? If it's tied around tight, it can stop the coil pivoting. The taping of it is to stop the cable moving in relation to the coil. Okay, so most of these detectors that people are using are a motion detector, right? So if you hold a 50-cent coin tight against the top of a coil, right? Like if this was let me get this here, right? Here's your coil. Here's your coil. This is your coil. That's your shaft. Hang on, we'll do this. That's your shaft, and that's your lead. If that lead moves around in relation to that coil, the coil will hear it, sort of thing. So that's why they do it tight. You can twist them around and keep them tight enough. I don't bother taping mine, but you've got to be careful that doesn't flop around, and the coil will hear it if it's flopping around. So that's why people do that. I think if you wrap your cable well enough, not necessary. So yes. So right. Righto. So the temperature this morning, I got to tell you. So I got up about 3:30, I think, because I had to be back in town early. So it hasn't been too bad out there. We haven't seen any like frozen frost yet on the lease. So yeah, so it was probably at 3:30 this morning. It was probably 2 or 3 degrees. So let me tell you, I tucked my clothes that I was putting on in the morning. I tucked them in the bed with me so they had a bit of warmth, so I didn't have to get out of bed to get changed to get in the car to drive home. So absolutely. So right, guys, let's have a look at this gemstone stuff now. It was cold enough. I wasn't in the mood this morning, sort of thing. So 3:30 is an early day. So Background pictures, halfway to Warwick, where I pull up for fuel there. It's a nice little spot. It's exactly the same spot as last week's photo or the last show's photo, but just from a different angle. So yeah, pretty cool. So yes. So Richard's here from Glendon's. Richard was sending me messages. I haven't even looked at the messages, so my apologies, Richard. So yeah, -4 in Tamworth this morning. Yeah, it's cold, all right. So let's look at gemstone bags, right? And Richard, I need to talk to you tomorrow. I'm going to ring you tomorrow. So you're Emma. I don't know who's the boss, but we'll work that out, eh? So let's talk about gemstone bags, right? So small, $9.99. Medium at $30. Let's just call it $10, $30, and $50, right? So the large one, right? I will tip this out, and we'll actually do it. We'll sieve this, but we won't sieve it properly because I haven't got all the facilities and don't want to make a mess. So let's switch over there. I've still got the sand in the bucket, but we'll switch over there. Righto. So here we go. We'll get rid of this. So without the green screen, that's what she looks like. So this is the large bag. Now we're doing the large bag tonight because the large bag has all the stuff in it from the small and the medium bags, just to give you a bit of an idea. So I'll just put this in this sieve here. Right. Now, you can see that there's already gemstones everywhere in it. And this is the idea, okay? So let's just give this a bit of a rinse. We'll just get rid of that pan. We'll give this a little bit of a rinse. Most of this stuff we'll be able to see. Right? So this is a large bag. So there's some... So, we want this bigger than what... Better than anything else, right? So there's a whole stack of stuff in here, okay? That there is an amethyst cluster. You probably can't see that colour there. That's probably a pretty ordinary one because it's got a bit of size about it. Then we've got a bit of citrine clusters here. And we've got some amethyst geodes in it. I'll show you these on the camera when I can see what we're looking at here, right? So now they're in the large bags, right? There's also crystal points, right? There's all sorts of associated gemstones. There's some sodalite in here. There's, different types of agate. There's some sapphire wash in here, although I don't think there's anything this decent in here. Quartz crystals. Now, this stuff here isn't in our bags normally, this pink stuff, because I actually think that's dyed, but we put extra in just to compensate for that. But there's all sorts of stuff in this bag. Like there's some, I think that's hematite, tumbled hematite. There's just there's some pyrite cubes in here. I can't find them, but that doesn't surprise me. Oh, this is a Sputnik cluster. I have to look that up, actually. That is actually let me just track it down here. That's an aragonite cluster, right? So there's all different sorts of crystal. Well, in the large bag, there's all different sorts of mineral specimens in there. So it will vary depending on the bag. I love these, these agate geodes. So they might be a regular thing. But there's all sorts of mineral specimens in there. So let me just bring this over for you. So there's a photo of a dirty bucket of water. All right, so we're back, right? Caleb, have you got any dog poo? Right? No. There is loads and loads of gemstones in it. Yes, Manuel bought a bag of small bag of pay dirt last week, and his daughter loved it. Um, that's that. Let me just see if I can hold this up here, where you can see geodes, and you can't see it, but this goes deep in here, and there's all crystals inside here. My young bloke calls them fairy houses, caves. So must be true. Here's this citrine, little bit of a citrine crystals there. You know, that's that's actually some pretty ordinary. It is actually amethyst, but I think it's a pretty ordinary amethyst, to be honest with you. There's not a lot of purple in it, so. But yes, so that's about it. So yes. So Matty Hahn makes a good point. I can put dinosaur poo in the bags, but I've so far declined putting dinosaur poo in the bags. I've got a source for dino poo. So yes, but yeah. Right, we'll see if we can find a link for you for the gemstones and the fossil pay dirt, and we'll put that up. So they are really, really cool colours. Like in that, like there's just so many colours in there. Like green obsidians, there's clear, there's blue sodalites, and there's garnets, and there's hemalite. There's just a huge assortment of gemstones in here, and the kids just go nuts for them. I've sort of developed these a little bit by I've done a few kindergartens now, and Finn comes along to the kindergarten, and yeah, see I don't know what that is, but that looks a bit sapphire-y like, maybe, but yeah, so I've sort of developed a lot of these at these kindergartens, and I watch what the kids pick out and watch what's cool, and then you want to get them involved in the hobby a bit, so they're interested in collecting rocks and mineral specimens. Yeah, so yeah, but yeah, we're not doing. Carl says, yeah, it's dyed. Yeah, so we're not doing any of that dyed stuff. I had a little bit of it left over, but we're not doing any of that dyed stuff. We're just going natural gems, and as much Australian as we can. So, Mick Nielsen's here, Phil Griffin's here, Ian Watson's here, Jason Johnson. So those bags. So that's a $49 bag, right? In that, right? I reckon it's the best value in the country. Okay. In the $29 bags, you take out the big mineral specimens. Okay. But you'll still have a small mineral specimen. I don't know where I'd put that Sputnik cluster thing. So, I don't know where it's gone now. I'd have to go searching for it again. But you lose the big stuff, right? Oh, here we go, pyrite cube. I knew they were in there somewhere. There's actually a few of them in there by the look of it. There's a little smaller one. But so you lose the big gemstone stuff, the big mineral specimens, but you still get the small little mineral specimens and the pyrite clusters, the pyrite cubes, and a few other bits and pieces. Then the small bag doesn't get any of the mineral specimens, just gets the gemstones. So that's how it works. So $10 to $30, $50, right? So it takes a lot of time putting them together and what have you. So yeah. So yeah, it's really, really good. It's really, really good value. Yeah, so I'm pretty excited about it. My young bloke loves doing this stuff, and he and I did a fossil bag the other day, and yeah, he just went nuts. So he went nuts until he tried to stab his sister with a shark tooth, and then he didn't go nuts anymore. So he thought it'd be funny, but it wasn't so funny. So yes, Julian, I will have news on the Palmer, I hope, next week. So I will have That may be the subject of next week's show or the week after show, and we'll go giant with that because that is amazing. So, yes. We will, Vernon asked a good question with these ones. We will have a small ID chart to go with them, but it's quite complicated to do because there's so many different types in it. I've thought of thinning the different types out, but I think that takes the fun out of it. So we'll have to see how it goes with those. That's next. So, yes. Right. So there are prizes tonight. You choose. You choose a prize, right? One on Facebook, one on YouTube, and you get to send me a message to say, I'll have a fossil one or I'll have a gemstone one. So that's our prizes. So, yes. Update on the maps. We're working on the maps today, right? So what we're doing at the moment is we are putting some maps together of the forest area out at Durakai, okay, the fossicking areas. And what we need to work out and what we're going to do is we're going to print a stack of them off, right? Hopefully 50 of them, right? We're going to print a stack off because what we need to know is how much it costs us per map, right? So the only way to know that is to actually print a stack of maps, see what it costs us. So, yeah. So the maps are coming. We need to know how much it costs us. So we need to print we're going to put fresh ink in it all, a new roll of paper, and then see what happens. So, yeah. So, yeah. It's good. It's funny. A lot of people prefer the gemstone bags by the look of this. Well, Greg's an invisible bag man. So, yes. Peter Austin, any news on Mount Morgan GPA? No, I have had nothing official as yet, but I am on that and I am chasing it up. So I will have to let you know about that. So yeah. So yeah, Mark Richards, you are dead right. I am lost, and a map is not helping me at the moment. So yes. So oh God, who asked that? Captain Blood. You get the plant running okay yet? Oh, just about. We've had a couple of decent runs, and yeah. So yeah, but let me tell you, when it's running, you'll get sick of videos. Let me tell you, when I can do some consistent runs without things breaking. Jeez, I'll live stream it. There we go. I'll live stream. I'll work out a way to do it. I will run a data cable. Well, I don't know whether this works. Someone will tell me whether it works now. I'll run a data cable. I'll get a 100-meter data cable, 200-meter data cable, and run it down, and you can sit and watch this plant run all day. There you go. Something good there. So, yes. So, yes. Relic hunting night, yes. So, the focus has always been on gold, a little bit, because I do a lot of gold, but we are shifting the focus a little bit. When the weather starts to warm up a bit, we will switch over our focus to relics and beach and do all sorts of cool stuff. So, Peter Buchanan, I need a week of sleep. That's the truest thing I've ever heard. I do need a week off, but yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we will live stream the plant. So what's this? I can see stuff going on here. Well, Maddie, what I did do, right? When we talk about pumps, right? We talk about water pumps, right? See, I'm on a very, very tight budget, right? And I thought I've got a 12 horsepower engine out there that sort of is okay, right? It's sort of okay. It was a bit burnt out, but it was all right, right? So I thought, well, we needed more water, right? So I thought what I'll do is I'll just go and get a belt-driven pump. Belt drive that to the 12 horsepower, like tons of power. The other pump that's a smaller pump, that's a bigger pump, a smaller pump runs on 9 horsepower. Beauty, we'll do that, right? I spent a day getting it exactly right and tensioners for the belt and mucking around with the alignment and welding up a frame for it. And the motor was buggered, wouldn't run it. So I just, yeah. So we had to solve that problem, so we did. So, yes. How much cursing will be seen on a live stream? Well, yes, there might be a bit of... I'm pretty calm most of the time. So I just accept that there's going to be breakdowns. There's going to be stuff that goes wrong. But this is starting to get beyond a joke, yeah. Anyway, we will get it there. It's running well. It's running well. I've been talking to Todd a little bit, and Todd has had a bit of experience with the hydraulics. I think the motor, the hydraulic pump, and the hydraulic motor are mismatched, and that's my issue. So I am currently solving that. So yes. So right. So questions. Mark Richards, yes, hit it up and join you live. Talk at Relic Night. Just don't bring up bottles. Yes. We are talking about doing something very interesting with long conversations. So when we get people, there's two things that I don't like, right? I don't like the quality you get and the lag and all that sort of stuff when you bring a person live from somewhere else. I haven't found a good system for that yet, without spending a fortune. However, I am looking at that, but we need a decent quality, right? So that's why I like to have people at the desk here with me. So there's all sorts of interesting things floating around in my head, and we will get there one day. So Rocky's gold hunting and prospecting. Yes, I can see your comments. So yes. Nikki Bailey makes a good point. We still have the pink picks, which I don't make any money out of. So yeah. But yeah, here's some gold from the lease the other day. There's a nice little bit. There's a nice little bit here too. There's another bit here. There wasn't a lot of... The rain has really stirred up the ground out there. So it's... Yeah. Yes, I've looked at Zoom. The quality of it is not that flash. Nikki Bailey's got a new system. That's what I need to do, Jason Wall. Come on tour. Have a mobile rig set up in the back of my truck, and we could just sit next to the truck in the freezing cold weather and talk crap for an hour. So, yes. So, yes. Actually, we can put them under the microscope here, I think. The microscope's... The light's on the microscope, so we'll just chuck them down here and put them on the microscope, Let me get a little... where's the microscope gone? I don't spill them. See if we can get it up here. USB microscope. Oh, there you go. Look at that. How cool is that? All right. Straight off the bat, probably a little bit out of focus. Excuse the wiggle. Wow, that is an interesting piece. I didn't even notice that on that piece before, but that is a cool piece of gold. So, yes. So, yeah, quality is in the content, mate, considering I used to watch you on the back deck. True, Matty. Yes. So, 5 cent for reference. I haven't got a 5 cent. Oh, hang on. What's this? Here's a dirty $2 coin. Let me slide a dirty $2 coin in there. So here it comes. Here it comes. There you go. There's a dirty $2 coin for size reference. So, yeah. I don't know what the blue is through it. It's pretty cool though, isn't it? Like, I know I'm looking the wrong way because it's, yeah. What actually needs to happen is that it, USB. What needs to happen here is that needs to go there, and that needs to go over here. We'll fix this now while we're live, so that it looks like I'm looking at the nugget. So yeah, I don't know what that blue is up there. It's yeah. Let me see if I can focus in on it a little bit further. All right, that's the wrong way. We do get a blue, really blue quartz out there. So it could be that little run of quartz in it. But that's a fascinating bit of gold, that. So it is a massive $2 coin. It's not in the best condition either. All right, there you go. Let me just get it over here a little bit. There you go, $2 coin. So the gold's much more interesting. See, that's that blue, I believe, is a magnesite, so it's got magnesium in it, I believe. So if you put that in, if I put that in the ultrasonic cleaner, a lot of that comes out. Like that would clean up dramatically in the like a lot of that white would come out of there. So can I turn it over? Yes, I can turn it over. Neil, I can print Claremont maps. That's no troubles at all. Let me turn them both over here. I mucked all the focus up, so we'll have to... See, that one looks like it's got... Let me get that $2 coin in there for the size reference. You can see that one's been bashed up. It's like little bits of... Let me see if I can get that focus there a little bit better. That's probably as good as we're going to get it. But here's that other one. But there's some real... When you start looking at gold nuggets, right, under a microscope, there's some cool stuff going on. Angie, can you do a show and tell with your online items in your next live stream? Well, I can. Yeah, so... Yeah, it could be copper. I don't know. Yeah, I'm not 100% sure. But, yeah. Righto. I don't think it's opal. Could be copper. Yeah, it's pretty cool, eh? Like, when you start looking at them under microscopes and stuff, it is pretty cool. So, yeah, it's... Yeah, I don't know. That's a new one to me. That silver through it, and then the blue, and the yeah. That's it's some pretty cool stuff. So yeah. See, that blue was all through it. So it's interesting. Yeah. So Richard sent me a message. Let me have a look at the message here. I think I can do that while I'm live here. Let me have a look. Apparently someone sent me a picture. Well, no, someone didn't send me a picture. Richard sent me a picture. I shouldn't say someone, but let me see if I can pull it up. For some reason, this never remembers my password, so I have to log in each time. Messages. Here we go. Let me pull it up. Richard, I guess you're... Oh, wow. Okay. So, here we go. I don't know. I might have to reposition it. So, this is the... Let me just reposition this so we can get it. This is 2 trips at Glendon's, right, according to Richard. We'll just nip across there. That's 2 trips at Glendon's. How about that for a haul and a half, eh? So, guys, there is good gold coming out at Warwick. Oh, I've put the chat up. There's good gold coming out at Warwick. Don't be shy, right? Good gold there. So there's some nice nuggets there. And, yeah. And a lot of it from Glendon's tends to have a bit of this quartz through it. That's obviously off the reefy sections, but not off the alluvial section. So this is a tip for beginners. Most experienced blokes know this, but the sharp pointiness of that tells me that hasn't travelled far from the source. Otherwise, you would end up with a rounded piece because it'd knock the corners off it, which is how we get the fine gold. So, yes, very, 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 very cool. So, there you go. Glendon's going nuts at the moment. If you're looking for somewhere to go, Glendon's is absolute quality. Richard and Emma are cool. They're just putting a test pad that we're going to do some stuff with. So, yeah, get out to Glendon's. It's a cool place. So, you can take your bike out there and have a squirt around too. So, yeah. Righto, guys. So, to stop the trophy hunters coming in late, we're going to end the show there, right? So, yeah, Richard, how much weight is there? So, yeah, he was using, one piece was a 6,000, I don't know what the others are. Richard will have the details. Has Richard responded there? Richard. He probably sent it to me in the message, actually. One piece was with the 6. I know that. That was 2 trips at Glendon. Yes, so 2 trips at Glendon's. That was all the 6,000. 6,000 got 1. So, yes. Johnny Hobo, now that the 6,000 has come out, which is your favourite machine? Johnny, I have 2. I'm undecided. I'm sitting on the fence, right? So, now the 6,000 has come out. If I had to pick a machine, I would really, really toss up between the 7 with a 12-inch nugget finder and that 6,000. It would be a giant toss-up, right? Now, what do I like about them, right? The weight of the 7 doesn't particularly worry me because I use it a lot, so you get a bit used to it. So there's the answers to the questions in the comments about those nuggets too, guys. We won't go back there, but yeah. I like the robustness and the solid feel of the 7. I love that. I feel like I can do more with it without feeling like it will snap in half, right? So that is a obviously that comes at a cost, and that cost is weight, right? Now, the 6,000, I think the signals are much more crisp. They seem much more crisp. I love the lightweightness of it, and I love the simplicity of it, although the 7's pretty simple anyway. The real question I have, and it hasn't been answered yet, is 17 by 13 coil on the 6,000, right? And what the depth comparison, which is going to punch deeper. So, yeah. Benny Reed's exactly right. That's exactly what I'm trying to say. Thanks, Benny, because, Jesus, mate, I need some cot time. But anyway, you can bulldoze with the 7, right? And seriously, you can push rocks out of the road with the 7. I do it all the time. I know Benny does it too. But the 6, you can't do that. So, battery life on the 6,000 is about 8 to 10 hours sort of thing. So, yes. Lynn, setting up reminders. Yes, I can do that, I think. It's a bit more complicated, but yeah. But yeah, so I don't know what I'd choose between the 6 and the 7. Yeah, I currently have a second-hand 7 here with covers, bags, 12-inch nugget finder on it. I've also got an SDC there as well, secondhand. So if you're looking for secondhand, pick up the phone. We'll have a chat about it. So, righto, guys, let's go. Right, we need to run the. Oh, here's something cool, right? Someone brought these in to me the other day. We're getting these in. These are the greatest nugget vials ever, right? Who knows what that is? So, does anyone know what that is? These are the greatest nugget bottles ever. I just love them. So, I bet you no one can guess what that is. Well, I bet you someone will. You lot are a bit smarter than me. I didn't have any idea what it was. So, yeah. So, we'll have a bit of a... Yeah, so great little nugget bottle, because you're not going to break it. You can't even bend it. Doug Marsden, winner, chicken dinner. It's a soft drink preform bottle. That's how the soft drinks come in. And they heat them up and blow them out. So they're great. Unblown Coke bottle. Yep, there we go. But great nugget bottles. So really, really, yes. So, yes, well, Craig Cameron, it does look a bit like a drug smuggler. Yes, but no, let's not worry about that. Greg Blur, does the 6000 have a GPS like the 7? No, it does not. So it does not, I am afraid. Well, I'm not afraid, because I reckon that was pretty, well, not useless, but it wasn't the greatest thing. So, right, so let me just get this running here. I've just got to take a note on this because I've got to get back to someone tomorrow. So let's get going on this, and we'll get moving. Before the prize hunters come in. So, because what we find is when it gets late, right? The prize hunters. If I do it on time, the prize hunters come in. So, yeah. So we don't want the people who don't watch. We just want the, you good people. So, righto. So I'm going to push the button in. So all you need to do to enter, right, is to make a comment. Okay. You go into the draw to win either a pay dirt bag or a fossil bag. Now you need to get back to me and tell me what bag you want, right? And I will send it out to you, and your address, of course. So, now, right. So let me just get on to the YouTube. We'll do the YouTube first. The YouTube. So Phil Whitten, right? Whitten. So, Phil, you need to contact me because I can't contact you. That's how YouTube works. All right. Then on the Facebook, if I push the whole thing again on the Facebook, that goes to Shane Roffey. Shane Roffey, Roffey. I will send you a message directly after the show. So that's the show for tonight, guys. There's some cool pay dirt bags. So if you missed out on winning a pay dirt bag, they should be all on the website, and we can go from there. So yeah, there's Phil. Got a woohoo going. Shark Tooth Mick Nielsen. So yeah, so guys, just send me a message. Oh well, I'll send Shane a message, but Phil, you send me a message with your address and what bag you'd like, whether you'd like a fossil or a gemstone, mate. We'll get that out for you. Who's that? Benny Long. Thanks, Godfather. I don't know whether I like that term much, but anyway. Here we go, Lewis. What's the price difference between 6,000 and 7,000? It is $1,500. One's 8,000, one's 9.5. Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, guys. Cameron, we need to promote this the Gold Digger Nation. If you're not on the Gold Digger Nation, get on the Gold Digger Nation. There's all sorts of cool stuff going on there, yes, we will be doing stuff, and that page is going to grow dramatically very, very shortly. So, righto, guys. Thank you very much for joining us tonight. Sorry I'm a bit flat. I'm going to go home and get some cot time. Yes. So, guys, next week we'll do a big show. I'll be relaxed, refreshed, and we can go from there. Righto, guys. Thanks very much, eh? Bye-bye.